What's going on, peoples? Al Your Sports, another Friday, baby. Another Friday. Y'all know how it be, man. TGI Friday, man. Yeah, man. We couple days away from Christmas, man. And it's crazy because I never thought in a million years that I could burn up 7 years this quick. You know what I mean? But like they say, when you having fun, time flies. You dig what I'm saying? So let me wait for the peoples to tap in. We waiting our peoples to tap in. Once they tap in, we can start this marvelous show. You know what I mean? The more the merrier. Yeah, great show today, man. We got a lot of things lined up. I got some out-of-the-box questions for my guys. We're going to push the pen today, you know what I mean? Couple days before Christmas, New Year's around the corner. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy how when you get older, these years go faster. I need to talk to like a professional to break that down to me, because like, how is that possible? Because you figure when you young, you running around, you killing time, you smoking. So how these years is going faster than them years when you're not doing that when you older? It's just crazy, man. I'm waiting for the people to fill in the room. Yeah, and then we're going to start this show. Today, you know, people moving a little slow today. Hopefully we get them to tune in. As a matter of fact, let me see if I could tag some people if possible. I think I lost my opportunity of doing that. Yeah, here we go. John Figueroa in the building. My man, not guilty, who I call not guilty, which he goes by guilty. Ain't guilty no more, brother. You not guilty, man. God bless you, your family, etc. Shout out to my man, Brian Breezy, always in the building. You could count on Brian being there 8 times a week, man. Real talk. Steve Levine in the building, always creeping up. Steve don't think I don't know he want that 10th win tonight. That's why he popping in nice and early, because he want that 10th win. Let me put this back and I'm gonna be right back, guys. Yeah, you know, a lot of stuff to cover today. I'm gonna push the pen today. We're gonna do some out the box shit. I had a dude the other day, now that I'm just talking off the head. He was like, yo, Al, man, you should get more official with, you know, with the real topics, you know, like the street shit, the club shit, the shooting. I said, dog, I could do that, but there's a million dudes doing that. You know, there's a million dudes doing what I'm doing, but they're not on the aisle I'm on. You know what I mean? I'm bringing it different. But everybody doing that shit you talk about all look like me and sound like me. So it make no sense, man. You know what I mean? You got all these dudes, academics, you got all these dudes doing that, man. You got homeboy that got the beat for Zulu Nation, I forgot his name. That he be like, I'm going to snap your box, you know what I mean? He doing that shit. A lot of people doing that, man. So I'm going to stick to my guns, man. I'm going to stick to where, not that I'm not comfortable on that side, but I'm more comfortable on this side. You ain't really got to deal with major repercussions. I'm too old to be dealing with major repercussions. You know what I'm saying? Phillies Yoshinobu in the building. Yeah, I'm just talking, man. You know, it can't always be sports. Sometimes I got to give y'all a little bit of my life, man. So basically, yeah, man, I refuse to, I can hit it once in a while, like I hit that, what's his name, 6ix9ine shit. I hit that topic where he think, you know, snitching is cool. I had to nip that in the butt. I had to. But in reality, dog, that's not the kind of show I want to put out. It brings a lot of negativity. You pounding dudes' name like P. Diddy and all these dudes. I'm not out here to pound people. You know, like to build off dirt. I call it building off dirt. You know, don't get me wrong. I get on my sports players when they don't show up, but I give a lot of kudos. I give more kudos than burying cats. X-Men in the building. All right, so, you know, let me start the show, and I'm going to give a few, you know, of my sports lines. Then I'm going to bring in my man Mark Guillory. But let me start with the message of the day, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit, man. Okay. This is important. You know, I always give y'all knowledge when I kick this message of the day. If you're going to do a huge solid for somebody, meaning like you're going to do a big favor for somebody, Me being older now, I learned to do it out my heart. Don't do it with expectations of expecting that shit back, because you're setting yourself up for failure. What I try to do is, if I'm capable, that's the key word out of my whole shit. If I'm capable of pulling off a huge favor for somebody, I'ma do it. And a lot of times my wife, she checked me, Al, you always do shit for motherfuckers that ain't gonna do shit for you. And I'd be like, wifey, you right. But where you wrong at, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for my higher power. Let him deal with me after doing something nice. And don't expect nothing. And get everything. Let's start the show, man.
This emotionless creation
Hell,
becomes
your
the master
force,
of man. The result is catastrophic.
Truth. I know what the fuck it is, man. Another week, more knowledge, more realism, the truth. Nothing but the truth to help you, God. MG Brady in the building, X-Man and Hater in the building. Nova Party coming in 2024. He already said, Al, I'm gonna make more visits on 2024 because I've been lacking. And yes, little brother, you're slacking. You need to step your motherfucking game up. People want to hear you. People want their sports. People want it, and they want more of it every fucking time. Alright. Take these off and let's start this motherfucker. Go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Continue to show love on YouTube. Very important, y'all. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. To the brothers that don't know what that means, all I'm saying is New York, New York, man. I got to rep where I'm from. Shout out to my little man, Sam, the man from M Studios. Price Tag Entertainment and Media. Cycle Breakers with my man John Figueroa, who just made a surprise visit right now at Mech 1 Beach, man. That's the beat you just heard. Mech 1 got the flavor, shirts, beats, etc. And like I always tell y'all, people that want you to win, help you win. Open sessions and giveaways, the more, the merrier. Let's start this show, y'all. We're going to start off with sad news, unfortunately, in the NCAA. Former North Carolina and NBA big man Eric Montrose died. He recently got cancer. It was like in March, and then he died in December. Cancer's no joke, man. This is a dude with money. No disrespect, white folks that got money, and he couldn't even live a year with it. Now, I'm no doctor. I don't know how long he had it. I'm going by from the day they discovered that he had cancer, and he didn't even pull off a bullet, man. And this is to tell you, cancer's no joke. All you cancer survivors, my little man Keiki, God bless y'all. Keep fighting. And, it's a disease that goes for the body, man. It goes hard, man. Salute. God bless everybody that has it. I wish y'all the best, man. Other news real quick. I got a note. Me and X-Man going to cover this. Japanese star pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto, was going to sign with the Yankees, then was going to sign with the Mets, and end up going with Shohei Ohtani to the L.A. Dodgers for 12 years, 325 M's, and him and Shohei combined making $1 billion. This shit is fucking crazy. Me and X will cover this. We'll get back to that topic. And I got news right here. I expect you guys to salute this. Miami Heat will retire Udonis Haslem's number 40 next month, making him the 6th player in Miami to get this honor. And Udonis Haslem is what you call a team player. This guy devoted his whole life to the Miami Heat. The guy fought when he had to. The guy was so dedicated to that organization that if a player didn't play hard, he coming to check you without even thinking about it. And you know what? When I knew he was official, when he was super duper old and checked Jimmy Butler last year for not hustling. That told me everything I needed to know about Udonis Haslem, who I already knew was an official cat. Salute, God bless. I'm glad they're retiring your uniform as a Miami Heat. You deserve it. In his career, 20 season plus with the Heat, 879 games, average 7.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1 assist, 3-time NBA champ. Udonis Haslem, salute, brother. I got nothing but respect for you. And one topic I want to touch, I was going to touch these with my boys, but I'm going to touch it up myself because I got something else for them out the box. Shout out to Wilma. Shout out to my man Sinbad, everybody tapping in, Joey Cirillo, etc. Eli Manning. I had this topic about Eli Manning belonging in the Hall of Fame about 5 years on a show where I had 5 people, including me. We all debated if Eli should get in or not, and I think we went 3-2 yes. He's not an automatic bid to make the Hall of Fame. He's only 117 wins, 117 losses in 236 games, which is a 50% winner. He has a 60% completion rate, 57,000 yards, and his touchdown interception ratio, it's not even 2-to-1. It's 366 to 244. Shout out to Rob, shout out to E from everybody tapping in. Eli Manning played in 4 Pro Bowls, 2-time Super Bowl champ, 2-time MVP. I understand my boy Noah Parker says he doesn't have enough body of work. I get that. His body of work, he ain't put in the work every year in a consistent basis. He was only the book of Eli maybe half of his career. But one thing you can't take away from Eli Manning, he beat the New England Patriots twice. And I had a dude kind of argue, what you mean he beat them twice? The defense was there. Let me tell you something. Look at the numbers. Let me see if I put the numbers down. I might have not. In 2008, he was 19 for 34, 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And in 2012, he went 30 for 40, 296 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. Now, the numbers is there for the big game. That's not why was pulling me more to bring him in. He led them on 2 last drives. One when he hit Tyree on that incredible catch when he caught it by the ear. Everybody want to give David Tyree the props, right? But what you forgetting about that play, and mind you, you can go to YouTube tonight and replay that play. Just press Eli Manning pass to Tyree in Super Bowl. It's going to pop right up. Eli did an incredible job of escaping. Forget about the throw. You got a non-scrambler who can't get you 5 yards if his life depended on it. Broke off like 2 tackles, spinned around. I don't know how nobody grabbed him, and then just threw it up. A jump ball to Tyree and Harrison, and Tyree came down with it. Remarkable. And then the next play, you know what he did when he hit Plax in the corner on a perfect throw. Then that Manningham shit in 212, where Woolfolk slammed his helmet when Welker dropped that for short pass that cost me, not to brag, 5 racks when he dropped that, because I knew the book of Eli was going downfield and scoring beat us. I knew it. I had New England that day. He hit Manningham on a perfect bomb. Couldn't throw him more better. So now you got people, Al, you can't make the Hall of Fame because you had 2 great Super Bowls. I don't know, dog. He beat the GOAT, the so-called GOAT, twice. And he pulled it out late. And I could continue going and going, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to get my man MG Raider in the building because I'm telling you, I could do a whole hour of this shit. I got Eli in. I'm not an Eli fan. But I seen enough, play some playoff games. Now, he looked horrible a lot, but he came through when he had to in the biggest stage. That's why I got him in. I'm a believer of producing on the biggest stage. MG Raider, where you at? Let's get you in, baby. Salute to everybody tapping in. Merry Christmas, because I'm not going to have a show on Christmas, so I'm telling y'all Merry Christmas right now. Give me a minute. Let me try to get my boy in. fan. Y'all can put your remarks, yes or no. Yeah, what up, big dog?
What's up, Al?
Okay, hold up. Let me put the plugs on. You shooting 50% with this voice thing. You know what I'm saying?
Raiders.
Let me put the plugs on.
Raiders. What's happening? Happy Friday. Merry Christmas.
Likewise, FG Raider. I hope everything good with you and the family.
Yep,
I'm glad you overcame that sickness. Not that it was a real sickness, but you was under the weather.
Under the weather a little bit.
Yeah, so you look better. You look like you ready to go. You was happy, like you was ready to go. Now let's go to SoFi Stadium where your New Orleans Saints took a beat down yesterday, 30-22. I know the score don't indicate that, but if you watch the game, they was getting blown the fuck out in the third quarter. My question to you, when I look at Derek Carr's numbers, his numbers were sensational, but how did you get down so big like that and basically show up late just to make the score look good because you was out the game? How was that possible from a New Orleans team that looked like they got their shit together?
Well, it's Dennis Allen coaching. Dennis Allen notoriously coaches between the 20s. So he plays 60 yards of football. And if you know, and that game was an epitome of a Dennis Allen, Derek Carr football game, where you had on some occasion you had the Saints moving the rock. Then on several occasions, sometimes in a row, they couldn't even gain a yard. It was just a weird game to watch from the Saints, and all of a sudden there's this explosion. I think it's more so because of the defense that the Rams switched to, more of a prevent type of defense than anything else. But they gave up 15 points in the fourth quarter, which is, I think that's something to be concerned about if you're Rams. I'm not sure the coach is going to be happy about that.
Yeah,
that game as close as
it looked like they took their foot off the pedal.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Sean McVay's going to check them on that.
They sure did.
They still pulled out the victory. And at the end of the day, that's all that was really important. And, the Saints go to 7-8, Rams go to 8-7. I'm not saying the Saints are out, but they kind of got to roll the dice now.
Well, it depends on what happens with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons this weekend. They could all be tied again. They're still they're 1.5 games out now. If the Buccaneers win, they're a whole game out. Excuse me, they're a half game out now. If the Buccaneers win, they're a whole game out, but they have to play the Buccaneers and the Falcons the last 2 weeks. So it's going to be interesting.
Going to be very interesting. Now let's go to our games of the week so we can take care of everything we need to take care of. Are you ready, baby?
Let's go.
I know this is your favorite part of the show. I have to tell X-Man that today. We're going to start off with the 8-6 Cincinnati Bengals at the 7-7 Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field. We already know Pickett is out. They're going to have to go either with Rudolph. I'm hearing Mason Rudolph is coming in. They tired of Trubisky. The line is -2 for the Bengals. Talk to us.
Well, and Jamar Chase is banged up. So
yeah, he's out too, by the way. Yep.
Yeah.
They got T. Higgins back, so they'll be all right. But
I'm not sure T. Higgins can carry the whole load with the, depending on the quarterback, I guess. But I'm gonna take Pittsburgh at home on this one. This is a rivalry, and Pittsburgh they're winning ugly, they're losing ugly, and they. The coach and the player had a little incident this week with the player. They're in the news a little bit. So I think they're going to come together as a team with that adversarial news they got this week with the player not playing 100% in the game. I think the players and the coach got in his butt. So I got Pittsburgh beating the Cincinnati Bengals with Jamar Chase out like that. It's not gonna happen for the Bengals. The only thing I'd say with regard to that is it's going to be a low-scoring game because Pittsburgh is not going to, other than their running back, they don't have that much going for them either. So, but two great defenses. So, 13-10 type game, Pittsburgh.
Right. It looks easy to take Cincinnati. Brownie's been playing off the charts, holding it down for Joe Burrow. Mixon's doing his thing. Chase is hurt. He's been banged up. I told you T. Higgins doing his thing. Boy, you can get the ball to Boy. Boy could do some things. He be dropping shit too. But I just think offensively they just too much for the Steelers. But me knowing Pittsburgh losing 3 in a row and Tottenham never having a losing record, not to mention they were 7-4 before this 3-game losing streak. I just think Pittsburgh find a way, but I'm not betting no money on it. I'm just going to watch it. But I'm agree with you. I think they find a way because of that, non-losing streak shit. They pull out some kind of miracle late. All right, let's move on. 10-4 Detroit Lions versus the 7-7 Minnesota Vikings. They're playing at Minneapolis. The line is -3.5 for the Lions. Talk to us.
Oh, I got the Lions, man. The Lions are hot. The Lions are hot. Minnesota's up and down. They gave up. They gave up. Well, they won a game 3-0 2 weeks ago. Then came out a little bit better last week. But Detroit is on fire, man. I think they're just about to break loose, starting to figure it out. Goff's on fire. The defense is like just 100%. So I think I honestly I don't even understand how it's just -3. It should be higher than that, but
because you got Minnesota playing for their lives and they're at home, well, and they're a good team. They got a good defense.
I understand that, but
and I think Jefferson's back also, if I'm correct.
Well, I mean, we'll see. Detroit is just stacked. They're actually one of my top 5 teams, so I got Detroit on this one. I think it's going to be like about something to the effect of 24-13.
Okay. This is a tough one because I think Minnesota knows how to play these close games. I think Detroit pulls it off. Detroit was playing bad before their last win. Let me correct you because you said they've been hot. They actually been cold before their last game. Their last game, they put the whipping stick on the Broncos in them. And you might be right. That might be the turning point for them to start eating everything in front of them. That's why I'm not going to bet this game either. But right now, just saying, I think Minnesota could keep it close, but Lions are going to win by 7 or less. That's my opinion. Let's move on. 8-6 Indianapolis Colts versus the 6-8 Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta line is -1 Atlanta. Taylor Heineke behind the helm. Talk to us.
Well, as a New Orleans resident and a Saints fan, I need this game. I need this game. So I know I'm supposed to analyze, but I need the Colts to win this game. And I know my boy Michael Pittman Jr. It might be out or he's hurt or he's questionable.
Yeah, so game time decision.
That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough without him. There's not too many go-to players on that squad. I want to root for the Colts to win this game, but I think Atlanta is going to cover. Another one of these 16-13 games. I got it. I would have to pick Atlanta if I had to be honest with myself.
Yeah, they have no leverage. I'm not saying the Colts got leverage, but they're 8-6. They got like a half game lead on a lot of teams there for that last spot. So they could lose and still not be out. If Atlanta loses this game, they basically out. I mean, maybe not statistically, but we know they out. They're gonna have to win the table. Then they gotta have to hope everybody loses. This is a mandatory win. Have to win for Atlanta Falcons. That's why they made the quarterback change. Smith's trying anything he could. I think they prevail in an ugly game again, like the Pittsburgh game. Let's move on. 9-5 Cleveland Browns.
Let's make a good point there, though. The entire top 3 in the NFC South, if they are going to go down to the last weekend. So Tampa Bay, Atlanta, and New Orleans are tied for the top spot. And the only team getting out that division is going to be the division winner. We can agree on that, right? The NFC South.
Yeah, but this is why I think Atlanta's out. Because Tampa's 7-7. At worst, they could be 7-8. Saints are 7-8. Atlanta will be 6-9. And 2 games left, 3 games left. You got to hope for some head-to-head there. I mean, you're right. Nobody's mathematically out, but you Atlanta, you want to win this game.
Oh, yeah.
Especially at home. You got to handle your business here at home. Okay, let's move on. 9-5 Cleveland Browns versus the 7-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think this is going to be a good game here. Talk to us.
Well, I can root for the Browns in this game, and be analytical too. The Browns are playing. I mean, dude. What did you say? Wait, what team?
No, you know what? I just realized it. Give me a minute.
What game did you say?
No, I made a mistake. I just realized it. Give me a minute.
I'll
get this shit mad quick. My bad. No excuses. Give me a minute.
I was about to say, wait. The Browns aren't playing.
Give me a minute. We don't have to keep on. Texans. They playing the Texans without C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, I got the Browns in this one, man. Joe Flacco, what is going on? Joe Flacco is like, was like homeboy of the Hall of Famer. He was like, he was a cashier at a shopping mall, putting groceries in bags, and all of a sudden they called him up, and Joe Flacco was trying to have the fastest team on turf. I like the way the Browns are playing. They're protecting the quarterback. They're playing great defense. The running game is solid. And I would, if it wasn't for the fact that C.J. Stroud was not in the game, I would say Houston's going to win this at home. But I got the Browns. I think they're going to cover. What is it, -3?
Yeah, -3 for the Browns with Joe Flacco. And I don't know if Keenum or Mills is going. Might be a last minute decision, unless if I go to Twitter now, they'll probably have up the starting quarterback. I'm not sleeping on the Texans. You seen they won a tough game at Tennessee last week. But it looked like the Browns are going to come out victorious in this game. But remember, the Browns are not as effective on the road defensively, so they're lucky that Stroud ain't quarterback. Because if Stroud was a quarterback, I'm all over the Texans in this game.
Right. And I like the way that the Browns are winning. They're controlling the trenches. They're playing a really tough football. They're playing really tough football, really physical. So I with that going on the road indoors to Houston, I think that's a great advantage as well.
I just don't like them on the road the same. At home, they're a whole different team. At home, they always up. They dictate the game. On the road, it seems like they always chasing motherfuckers. But let's see what happens. I'm going to say my boy got the Browns on the free pick. I'm not going to go against them. I'm going to say the Browns find a way. But I'm not super excited about this game because the Texans got a good overall team. Let's move on. 10-4 Dallas Cowboys, probably the game of the week right here. One or two of the games of the week versus the 10-4 Miami Dolphins. The line is -1.5, one for Miami. Talk to me.
It all comes down to Dak. How is Dak gonna play? I like the guy. I like the guy. His quarterback play is somewhat erratic. The bigger the game, the more unsure I am about him. Miami, you know who you have to stop. You know what I mean. You have to be able to scheme for the cheetah. That's pretty simple right there. You slow him down. You slow the Miami Dolphins
but you got Waddle, you got Mustar. They got a bunch of weapons over there.
You got to cover, right? But you can't let Hill beat you deep 3-4 times. And you got to put pressure on Tua. It's time to stop
Dallas got some good corners though, even without Diggs. They got some good corners. Yeah. Bland's playing remarkable. But you're right. Nobody could guard Cheetah. You can only hope to contain him.
Well, you don't even have a hope of beating the Miami Dolphins unless you can contain the Cheetah, because that's who opens everything up underneath for Waddle and all that. But I got the Dallas Cowboys in this game. I think they're gonna come back tough. I think Dak's gonna have a really good game this weekend. He's gonna have a career game.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm not biased about my team. I gave out the Bills last week, so I'm not biased. This week, I'm going to come back to my team. My understanding, Miami's offensive line is hurt, like 3 players. They got over with the Jets with that. I don't know how. I thought the Jets would have put pressure. For some reason, Tua was flinging it all over without the cheetah. So now, with the cheetah in, but I think Cowboys defense is more realistic than the Jets. Because you know what it is? The Jets defense is probably fed up because the offense can't do nothing. After a while, you get tired of that shit. Cowboys are good on both sides of the boards. They got whipped up last week in Buffalo. I think they sneak a victory here in Miami. I agree with you on that. Let's go to another game here. This is going to be a very intriguing game. The 11-3 Baltimore Ravens versus the 11-3 San Francisco 49ers. -5.5 for the Niners. Talk to us.
Well, I mean, this is going to be a great game. And honestly, it comes down to quarterback play. Is Brock Purdy going to stay consistent the way he's been playing? Are they going to be able to run the ball? Lamar Jackson, this is the kind of game where he has to win these games. If he wants to be that elite quarterback, he already is an elite quarterback, but just get to that legendary elite, like I almost think he can. This is the kind of game that defines you as a quarterback right here for Lamar Jackson. He has to win this game. Now, last week, the last 2 games, he's just been incredible with the ball. If it comes down to the last possession and Lamar Jackson has the ball, Ravens are going to win this game. But I think the Ravens have to stop shucking and jiving in the beginning of the games and stop letting these games get away from them and start like playing ball from, the 15 minutes in the first quarter. They need to play a complete game here. But the 49ers just are strong. These are my top two teams in the league right here. I think the Ravens are going to pull this one out. They're going to squeak it by. I think that it's going to come down to Lamar Jackson last series, and he's going to clinch it.
Okay, let me make a few facts real quick. Lamar Jackson, something like 18-1 against the NFC. Whenever he's a dog on a roll, impeccable. Something like 12-1. He's really bad at home with a big spread. We talked about that on one of the shows prior. Frisco 49ers are the teams to win it all. Everybody got them to win it all. I mean, I think I've seen a line as low as like plus 160 for them to win it all, which is really indicating they really think they're going to win it all. Big game for them to prove their point. Baltimore's got to show them. Only thing I don't like about this, Baltimore's losing two key offensive players. Andrews been out, and now they start running back. Mitchell is out. I think that's going to catch up to them. Niners got a couple people banged up on the defensive line. No real shooters like the Bosa's and all that, but they got a couple other guys that are hurt. I think 49ers final way, but I definitely think the Baltimore Ravens cover the 5.5. That's my opinion.
And Al, I think I want to take a look at the weather too. That might have an effect. It might be rainy up in San Jose where the 49ers play. They don't play in San Francisco.
Right. Okay, let's go to the last game. I'm gonna throw you an extra game while we got another extra minute. Your Raiders 6-8, going to Arrowhead Stadium. Kansas City Chiefs -10 is the line. Chiefs are 9-5. Second game, first game, Raiders was up 14-0, and you know what happened after that. Now they're going to Arrowhead. Talk to us.
Well, this is one of these AFC West legendary games, this is a heart pick and analyst pick. These teams always split. You gotta bet on the Raiders.
You said always split.
I
gotta look that up. They probably split like 2 years and shit.
Maybe that's always to me. I'm a Raiders fan. Raider Nation, baby. But Raiders in this situation historically have come out with a win. When Chiefs are on the verge of winning the division or winning the conference, Raiders go up to Arrowhead and beat them. I think that this is an important game for the Raiders because I think if they lose this game, they're out the playoffs, period. That's number one. Number two, I think AP is still on the hook. He has to win this game this week. He won a game he had to win against the Chargers last Thursday. They have an extra couple days of rest, a couple days of practice to go into this game with a solid game plan. The Kansas City Chiefs are beatable, as we've seen 2 out of the last 4 weeks. They're beatable. And so, AP has to go in there and move. They have to run the ball against the Chiefs, and they have to put some pressure on the quarterback for the Chiefs, Mahomes. They got to put some pressure on him, and that's going to be Antonio Pierce's dilemma. So I'm going to take the Raiders to squeak by 24-22.
I'm definitely taking the Raiders with the points. I like that they got like 10 days off. They demolished the Chargers on that Thursday night. I mean, you could be excited about it. You could say there was no Justin Herbert, but if you put up 63, I don't care, me and you a quarterback, that's an awesome night. They had an incredible night. I hope they're able to carry it on to Arrowhead, which me and you know, a lot of times they get embarrassed over there. Then there's some games they can sneak out. We hoping it's one of the games that they could go in there and sneak out, and I think this is a great opportunity considering the circumstances and what they playing for. Because Pierce is going to, before they walk out that room, he's going to let them know, I gave y'all everything I got. I need you guys to give me everything you got. And I see a really good game. Hold up, y'all. Damn, how the hell that happened? Anyway, 2 mistakes today. I'm very disappointed in myself.
What's going on, man?
But anyway, I'm human. It's just explaining that I'm human. I'm not a robot. So, yeah, basically, I see a great game. Might see the Raiders pull it off, but I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to say the Raiders are going to cover the 10. And if they get blown out, I don't know what to say.
Close it up, MG Raider.
Well, last time I said they're gonna cover, they got blown out. So that's something that.
Well, they was up 14-0, whatever that means.
And
You
then
know, you have 14 points plus you had whatever it was, 7.5. You should have definitely covered the spread at least.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the game. That was the McDaniels game, I believe. I'm not sure if that was Antonio Pierce. But hey, look, go Raiders. The seasons are coming down, or the season is coming down to the wire. There's going to be some good football this weekend. I'm glad we're in this part of the season because we get football almost every day. I think this weekend, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. I think we get 2 or 3 games on Monday. As a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Then we
get bowl games, basketball.
We got basketball games at
popping
10,
off.
10 a.m. Pacific. Got the Warriors versus the Nuggets at 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be a good sports weekend. We got the bowl games coming on next week. So hopefully I'm on to talk about that. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, we didn't talk about Joe Montana over Tom Brady.
We'll get to that. I'll get that with X. But Pierce was coaching that day, by the way. But you're not perfect either.
First game. I think that was his first game.
You're not perfect either. So we all capable of making mistakes.
I missed about one. That was his first game back. That was unfortunate. First couple games back. But I think when you talk about Montana and Brady, you got to talk about the eras. Montana played in a.
We got to move on.
Montana wasn't protected.
I got 10 minutes.
It's all good. Great to see you.
Listen, great job. You always sharp with them games of the week. You're always ready to go. Like I said, we could do this 2-3 hours, but unfortunately, we don't have that kind of time. Don't worry, I got you in next week again, right before the New Year's. You marked in. You like that, right? You marked in.
Yeah, I got that. It's
okay.
like it's an onomatopoeia or something like that. Hey, but I'll say this. It's a good weekend to go with the favorites, even if it's a
all right. See, you're gonna keep going. X out, so I can get my man X in the building.
Peace out.
My man MG Raider, baby. Yeah, MG like to keep going. Listen, I understand, man. Ain't nothing like talking sports on a Friday. Everybody chilling, laid back, you know what I mean? Drinking lemonade, drinking motherfucking Hennessy, whatever you drinking. X-Man, where you at? If X-Man ain't here, I don't think I see him. I think, no matter of fact, I did see him pop up. Let me see if I can pull him in. Because X always has issues. Let me try to pull him in. X-Man, what up, baby?
What's up, brother? What's going on?
Yeah, if I don't think of you, MG Raider will roll the whole hour. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. It's all good, brother. It's all
good. I know you got something to say. Let me say a word. Felix Jacino was right about that Shohei contract. I forgot to let MG Raider know that. Felix wanted me to stress that on him because MG Raider was cracking jokes on him on the comments saying that was a lie. But Phoenix pulled out the facts, and he's right that money can be deferred after 2034. I didn't think that was accurate, but I didn't call him a lie. All I said was to prove it. Okay, say what you got to say. Let's get going because we got limited time, brother.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, man, first and foremost, happy 13th birthday to my son, your fellow Cowboys fan.
He know what he's doing.
Good day. He had a good day today, but happy birthday to him. Love you, Papa.
He know what he's doing. All right, let's start real quick. Let's get right into it.
Let's go. Let's get right into it.
Big pickup out of L.A. Dodgers, picking up Japanese star Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah,
I think I said it right. And also,
as you can say it,
had signed a 12-year deal worth 325 M's, which is 27 M's a year. This is what I don't understand. This is the biggest contract they saying in history for a pitcher.
Annually.
This is where I get it fucked up at, X. This is where the loyalty kicks in at. How is this even possible? This motherfucker didn't pitch one inning in the majors.
You tell me.
Oh, he's different. He played in the majors a few years. He earned his stripes. This
now $700 million
come out of nowhere and gets the biggest contract ever. I think that's fucked up to a lot of MLB players that put the work out there. And I know people ain't worrying about maybe shit like that, but I worry about shit like that because I'm big on that loyalty shit, and that's nothing loyal about that. But I guess you got to point your fingers at the Dodgers that made that deal happen.
Now, and if I'm correct, when George Steinbrenner was doing it with the Yankees, they were the ones bitching the most about how much money the Yankees were spending to get the top free agents to go to New York to help them win championships. They were one of the league leaders in bitching about it. And now look what they're doing. $1 billion on 2 players. $1 billion on 2, and one hasn't even played in the majors yet.
See, that's that's the problem I got. Shohei Ohtani, I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it.
Either. Yeah.
You know, parking lot, food, tickets, you know.
Ohtani's a draw.
I posted something. You got to bring drug money in the stadium to be able to get by a night over there, bro.
Here's the difference. Ohtani's a draw. Ohtani's going to draw people wherever he goes.
Facts.
You understand? Even on the road, he's going to draw. The Japanese crowd's going to come out and see him. You don't know what you're getting with this guy. Yeah, he's 25 years old. He's been pitching in Japan since he was
about 18 years old.
18 years old, yeah.
Let me give you some stats.
Yeah.
Let me give you some stats. 7 seasons.
Yeah.
All levels. He's 75-30 career with a 1.72. 9 strikeouts every 9 innings he pitches. He averages a strikeout at inning. But that's in Japan. That's not MLB. And I told my man, I got a big feeling he's gonna end up like D-Man. They used to call him D-Man, Masasuki, where Matsusaki dominated the American League for 2 years. And after they figured his ass out, he was nothing but a mediocre pitcher.
Well,
now, I could be wrong. This guy here could be great for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
He could be on some Nolan Ryan, Garrett Cole shit.
I agree.
But the thing is, you don't really know. He got nothing to show for besides pitching over there. Now, I know he got wicked stuff, but you're going to face the greatest hitters in the world in the MLB, dog.
You got to remember, in Japan, he didn't face – and the American hitters he faced in Japan are flameouts here from the Major League Baseball. A lot of them are guys that are trying to get back in the league, so they go out there. He's got wicked stuff.
Take your man away.
He does have wicked stuff.
He did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do. I'm not taking that away. He did what
Dodgers. I'm not knocking him. I'm knocking the Dodgers.
Hey, listen. Who's the dummy for not taking that 12 years, $325 million?
Yeah, that's why I'm not knocking
you or me. Because I'm going to take it if they offer it to me. Now, if you deny it, that's on you. You're the dummy for not taking it. You know what I'm saying? But I blame the Dodgers too. They like I said before, they were the ones bitching when the Yankees did it, bitching about it because the Yankees were getting all the best players. Now they're throwing money away like Monopoly. They got Ohtani, $700 million, $325 for this guy, and let's not even forget. And let's not even.
I don't give a fuck about all that deferred shit Felix talking about. It's still $1 billion, no matter how you fucking cut it.
$1 billion regardless.
No matter how you cut it.
Yeah. And don't forget, they signed Tyler Glass now to another $136 million.
Yep.
So that's that's 1.
See, that's another disrespect because how you give this guy 3 times the money of Glass now and you ain't even show nothing. Glass now put in work with Tampa Bay.
But remember, Glass now's got an injury history. Glass now hasn't pitched in his career. He hasn't had 21 starts. More than 21 starts in his career. He's always injured.
But now I'm not going to say always. He had like 2 injuries. He pitched with the Pirates, pitched with Tampa Bay. But this motherfucker, dog, got some nasty shit. What I'm saying, there's no reason you give this guy, you got nothing that you know nothing about besides what he did in Japan, 3 times the fucking money this guy's making.
He's getting paid more than Garrett Cole, Cy Young Award winner.
Exactly.
He's getting paid more than Corbin Burns, another Cy Young Award winner.
All you have to say was Garrett Cole. That's it.
Okay? He's getting paid more than these guys.
All you have to say was Garrett Cole.
He's getting paid more than guys that are proven commodities in the league.
Right.
That deserve the money they get, and they're not going to get it. This is a dangerous precedent for Major League Baseball when they want to go overseas now for pitchers and players.
Right. Let's move on next. I don't want to overkill. You know, you can't. You know, if you kill a man in a movie, you don't have to kill him 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just rip his head off and then you keep it moving.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
I
go.
got
let's
2 out of the box questions for you. I know MG Raider wanted some of this, but MG Raider want to eat up your time too. Maybe you got to give him a message.
It's so good.
You got to save some time for me, dog.
We're all guilty of doing that, brother. Once we get on, you know that.
All right, let's go out the box.
Let's go out the box.
You hear me talk about Eli Manning before you got on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear your take in about 3 minutes. Then I got one more for you three, and I got to get you out. Free play, spinoff, etc.
Nope.
Let's go, Eli Manning. Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? And X-Man the Haters book.
I've been saying this since the day he retired. I argue with Giant fans all the time. I don't think he is. 117 is nothing to sneeze at. I understand the 2 Super Bowl MVPs. I understand the 2 rings, the great plays that he made in those Super Bowls. But mediocrity, that's mediocre. He's a mediocre quarterback at best. With the weapons that he had and the defense that he had, that team should have been in the playoffs more, should have won at least another Super Bowl or so, maybe been in a couple more Super Bowls. I don't think he is. It looks to me like the Hall of Fame now, especially in football, is celebrating mediocrity. That's what it is. You read the numbers. His touchdown to interception ratio wasn't even that great. So I don't see how he gets into the Hall of Fame besides those 2 great plays he made in the Super Bowl.
See, not 2 plays. He had 2 great games. The numbers were nice, too.
No, the numbers were good, too.
This is why I think I got him in, X. For a guy that's been mediocre his whole career, to show out in the biggest stage, not once, but twice against the so-called GOAT. Reason why I say so-called GOAT, because a lot of people still say Joe Montana. That's going to be my next question to you. Body of work, I understand. Noah got a point there. You got a point there. It's not the body of work ain't showing me nothing. Your 500, your touchdown QB, your interceptions ain't crazy nice.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that I visualize the playoff run. It wasn't only the Super Bowl. Remember, you don't go from the regular season to the Super Bowl.
No,
he kicked ass that whole playoff. When he went to Green Bay, when he went to Tampa Bay, he kicked ass, dog. And I'm not a Giant fan. Yo, X, I betted against them. X, hear me. I betted against them every game and lost. So I should be hating that motherfucker. But you know how I do, X, I give it up.
I know how you do, but
give it up. Eli. And then another thing people forget, he's one of the best quarterbacks in comebacks. Now, there's a downside of that. People go, oh, that's incredible. It really ain't, because for you to be down all the time, what the fuck you doing for 3 quarters?
Exactly.
But, and I hate to use but because usually but don't mean shit. Nobody does it better than him than coming back and winning the game late, my dude. And did it 2 times on the biggest stage. I got him sneaking in. Barely by a nose, X. And not even first round. No first round ballot, none of that shit. Barely sneaking in. Hurry up. You're closing it. I got one more for you.
Go ahead. You guys.
You done with it?
Oh, Tom Brady?
No. You done with Eli?
Yeah. Well,
so you know with Eli in the Hall of Fame, I'm going to say yes.
I don't think he is. I think he.
All right, you ain't got to explain. You just said no.
I don't think he is.
Okay, you go Dominguez in the building. I see you, baby. Here to chill. I ain't forget that. All right, we're going to go to 2 quarterbacks now. I need you to hear me clearly.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Forget about their career numbers. You could throw that shit on the incinerator if you're in the projects. If you had a house, throw it in the fucking garbage. They prime years, meaning the best of them for 6 years.
Okay.
Tom Brady or Joe Montana?
And we're only going 6-year prime.
Just prime years. Forget about the total numbers. We're not talking about, forget about all of that. Just if you're a new franchise, you can sign them both at, let's say, 28 years old, 27. That's like when they start in their prime.
Yeah.
Who you taking? Tom Brady, Joe Montana. And why? And after that, we're closing it up.
That's a tough question. But I'm an old school guy, bro. So I'm gonna go with Montana. He played against much tougher defenses. And he played really when there weren't really a lot of rules protecting the quarterbacks like they were with Tom Brady and these guys today. I'm going to go Montana. I think he had a better prime career. He had better players surrounding him. Like I said, I think he played better teams overall during his prime, and he beat all those teams at the top when they were out top. They beat the Giants. They beat Washington when they were on top. They beat the Bears when they were on top. They beat
Facts.
Cincinnati when they were on top. So I'm going to go with Montana. I like Montana. I'm going to go with Montana.
I'm going to concur that decision. Play harder defensives. I always loved Joe Cool, first quarterback I ever loved. Destroyed my team, of course, Dallas Cowboys, on that the catch to Dwight Clark.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. Everson Walls was waiting in the back of the end zone for the interception, and Clark snatched it from the air like,
Came
this
out of nowhere.
belongs to me.
Yeah.
This belongs to me.
Yeah.
And one thing I can say, though, to support Tom Brady, he never had the talent on the field like Joe did.
I agree.
Joe got Hall of Famers, tight end Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
Dwight Clark. You got Freddie Solomon. You got Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
You got Roger Craig in the backfield.
John Taylor.
You got Russ Francis. These guys were loaded.
They were.
You know, but I'm still going to take Montana because there's something about that Joe Cool that it's just it's the perfect name for him coming out of Notre Dame with that fucking hairdo.
And
he was like the prettiest dude that played in the toughest era. No, for real.
No,
Brady,
you're right. You're absolutely.
Brady would not have been able to get through that era like the way Montana did.
And that's why I say I take Montana because Montana got through that era. Man, those guys and remember, they got all these rules now protecting the quarterback. Joe Montana didn't have all those rules. You remember what
Jim Burt did to Montana one game?
Dude, that
when he laid him out,
Jim Burt,
remember?
No, that was Leonard Marshall.
No,
Leonard Marshall would have been thrown
Burt
out
laid
of that
him out too.
Oh, yes.
Look it up.
Yes. You're
Look
right.
it up. He laid him the fuck out.
86 Super Bowl for the Giants. Super Bowl season, yep. Those two
okay,
hits
X, I can do this shit, X. I can do this for another week. Unfortunately, I need you to X me out. Happy birthday to your little son, Cowboy fan. God bless him.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all. We'll talk.
And we're gonna do a pop-up video. I already told you what we're gonna hit up on.
I got you, brother. No problem.
Okay, X-Man. Great work as always. We'll talk soon, brother.
Take it easy.
Okay, X-Man the hater doing what he does. MG Raider doing what he does, and that's how we do it over here on the Al York Sports Show. Let me go to the free plays. B Rabbit 2 weeks ago went 0-3. Last week came back with a 3-0. This week he got the Browns over the Texans at -3. I don't know how I put the Buccaneers. I know I'm human, but I'm not supposed to make a mistake like that. I eat that. But they're playing the Texans without C.J. Stroud. He likes the Browns -3. Game 2, he likes the Philadelphia Eagles on Christmas Day to destroy the G-Man like they've been doing the last 3-4 games at -13. And last but not least, he likes the San Francisco 49ers -5.5 over the Baltimore Ravens. Now we're going to shift over to Noah Parker. Noah Parker likes Troy, college football or college. Troy -7 over Duke. Duke's quarterback went on, I'm not sure if he went on transfer portal or if he's not playing, but he likes Troy -7. He likes Northwestern +7 versus Utah. Something funny there. Utah should be able to destroy this team, but maybe they got some transfer portal. Maybe guys are sitting out. So he got Northwestern. And last but not least, he got San Jose State -9 versus Coastal Carolina. Now we going to the Al York Sports. I went 1-2 after a 3-0 and a 2-1. And Jaguars just couldn't, that last touchdown they got, the referees took it away. I'm not going to make no excuses. You know that was a touchdown. That was the difference between going 2-1 and 1-2. Let me move on. This week, I got a surprise pick. A lot of you guys probably won't touch this game. If you get 3.5, take it. I'll personally will buy the 3.5. I like the Tennessee Titans +3.5 versus the Seattle Seahawks, who came off with the game of their life on Monday night, beating the Eagles. 5-day rest. They got to travel. They're going to be tired. Titans are mad off that Texans loss. Worst case scenario, they lose by 3 or they win this game. Then I got a 2-team money line. I like the Packers money line over the Panthers. Then you put that together with the Denver Broncos money line over the Patriots. That pays you like even money, minus 110 the worst. Get that in. And last but not least, 2 teams, 6-point teaser. I like bringing the Ravens from 5.5 to 11.5. And last but not least, and it's going to be a real tight game. I like the Colts plus 8.5, adding the 6 points against the Atlanta Falcons to cover that. Let's go 3-0. Let's make it happen. God bless everybody. Spin off. Let me give you all the leaders. Steve with 9, which is Ghost. Brian 4 with 9. Autumn with 8. Seth with 8. Sinbad with 7. Keith 6. Raul 5. Let the best person win. Let's get it. Gotta kind of hurry up here, guys. Great show again, guys. I'm still mad at myself. I made that one mistake. I said Tampa Bay instead of Texans. If y'all know me, I'm harder on myself than anybody else. But I guess I'm human, right? But we covered that mistake. We came back with a vengeance, handle our business. MG ready to toe it up. Games of the week, Thursday night game. We gave y'all the breakdown. We broke it down. Those are leans. Those ain't the free picks. Don't get it twisted. Those are leans. The free picks is what I give you at the end of the show. Then you had X-Man come in with that crazy Dodger fucking contract with Yamamoto, 12 years, 325 mil. Between him and Shohei, they're making $1 billion. That shit don't even make no fucking sense, but it is what it is. I guess it's today's time. The era's changing. But this, I would have never thought in a million years that baseball would have gave the biggest contract to a pitcher that never pitched in the MLB. That's fucking insane, bro. TGI Friday, no drinking and driving. Al York Sports, the raw truth. I love you guys. We still don't have a champion. We got 3 people with 9 wins and 1 with 8. This is like the best round I think we had as far as competition. Great competition. And whoever wins is going to really be happy because, damn, they've been dragging for weeks already. And I know when they win, they're going to be extremely happy. I'm going to be extremely happy. I want to start round 5 already. You understand what I'm saying? So with that, y'all hold your head. TGI Fridays, no drinking and driving. Love you guys. We might have a pop-up video. Goose in the building. You're going to have to rewind it, Goose. Bring it back to the beginning. You know how we do, baby. Don't do me like that. Bring it to the beginning. Love y'all.